This better be good because I stayed up really late last night.
4 pages there.
It's big font, Shirley. For those of you guys who don't know, my name's David. I'm really excited to get to talk. Not because I have anything good to say, but it just gives us all 5 more minutes before we have to watch Mark dance. That's my first joke. I remember the day I found out Mark had a girlfriend. I wasn't really surprised that he had a girlfriend. I was more just surprised that he had a conversation with a girl. So unless he figured out a way to make it happen without that. The more weddings I go to, the more I realize that groomsmen speeches are just meant to paint a picture of how lucky the guy is to be marrying this girl. But let's be honest, no one really knows how you did it, no one's going to ask any questions, and we're all just here to eat free food. I've known Mark for the past 10 years of my life. I've actually known Megan for the past 14 years of my life. She was my next door neighbor when I moved to Orange County. When I first moved in, Megan, our parents decided that Megan could take my sister and me on a little bike ride around the neighborhood, and I actually fell, and I scraped my knee, and I was in a lot of pain. It was very serious, and I was crying, and I asked Megan to show me how to get home, and she refused because her tour was not done yet. So I want you to know that it still hurts. And it is very true. I have a good memory. I spent a good portion of my childhood with Megan and Bradley in the back of Mrs. Zimmer's car while she was running errands. She would only listen to Alanis Morissette CDs, and she always tried to mute the volume anytime there was profanity. I never told my mom about this, but if you two need to talk about it later, I'm sorry, Mom.
That is a lie.
When I look back on the last 10 years, I'm humbled and excited to know that through junior high, high school, and college, Mark and I survived spiritually. But even more so, I'm just amazed that we survived physically. If anyone happened to be in Oregon this last weekend, you could have seen Mark and a few of his Oregon friends trying to teach a bunch of idiots from Orange County how to hunt and fish. I tried to count how many times my mom would have had a heart attack. There was no use. My mom still doesn't believe me that guns can't hurt you if you're wearing sunglasses. I feel like I've been talking too long and I still haven't made a Summer Wilshire joke, so I'm going to do that now. If you didn't know this already, Mark and I were in a band. It was a real band. We had real instruments and real songs. Our plan was to write songs that teenage girls would like and try to make $1 billion before we turned 21. Probably don't need to tell you that didn't work out. But I'm going to have a few CDs in the back for $5 there. I'm still going to do it.
Good.
One time Mark's dad told us that if we cleaned out the pond in their backyard... Yeah, it's that bad. One time Mark's dad told us if we cleaned out the pond in their backyard, he'd build us a music room in the garage. We spent an entire day scrubbing the rocks and siphoning the water out. Then we refilled the pond and planted flowers around the edges. About a week later, Forrest had it bulldozed or something. So, thanks.
Good time.
As I was thinking about what to say today, I started to realize that a long list of fun times we've had together really doesn't explain our relationship. There's certainly been a lot of jokes and laughter along the way, but I think overall we just have been two guys who slowly figured out how to survive their teenage years together. Looking back, I can not really see a timeline of our friendship, but mostly I just remember conversations in the car or sitting on our surfboards or sitting in the spa, and mostly just filled with phrases like, "Dude, don't be an idiot," or, "You know that's a terrible idea, right?" And as weird as it is, I feel like it's gotten us where we are today, which isn't so bad. Through the years, more and more of these conversations started to be about Mark and Megan and the relationship that they were creating. And as a bunch of stubborn guys, we wanted desperately to find reasons to not like Megan, but as time went on, we started to realize we were doomed. Growing up as a Christian boy, there's a stage in your life where it's hard to learn anything from Song of Solomon because you just spend most of the time giggling at how many times it says breasts. This past year, I grew out of that stage, and I was able to find a passage that makes me excited to share with you guys about the relationship. It's in the first chapter where the friends come together and say, we rejoice and delight in you. We praise your love more than wine. And it's very interesting because throughout the whole chapter, you see parts where the friends come together and say things and they praise the relationship that they're witnessing. And I love the picture of friends surrounding a couple and delighting in their relationship, mostly because it's something we don't often see. Growing up, relationships always meant that some girl's going to steal your friend. In this case, Mark and Megan have given myself and so many others around me an opportunity to understand what a Christ-centered relationship looks like, and to understand, like the friends in this passage, why it's worth rejoicing over. In the times we've gotten to talk and pray, and especially getting to pray over you with all the guys last night, I feel like we've truly been able to celebrate what God has created between you and Megan. It's something that I'm excited about, and it's something that I've learned from, and it's something that I know will continue to shower blessings upon the family you make and those around you. I don't want this to sound like I have confidence in you, but I have confidence that you will put all your hope and all your trust in Jesus Christ to do this work in you. And it's far better to build your home on true humility than false pride. I don't believe that there's any coincidence that the Bible tells us two distinct things about Moses, that no man was ever as close to God, and also no man was ever as humble. What a gift Megan has in you when you humbly submit to God and receive all strength, wisdom, and direction from Him. In conclusion, I want you to know, Mark, that although we all make jokes and we all like to tease, and we all can't believe that a girl like Megan married you, we all know deep down that there's only one way this can be possible. Your dad really is in the CIA. All right.
You know what?
Good job, Dad.
Please raise your glasses to Mark and
Nice
Megan.
job, kid.